Countries aligned with the growing BRICS alliance have denounced tariff threats by U.S. President Donald Trump, saying they threaten global trade. Now, although the BRICS declaration did not name the U.S. president directly, Donald Trump, he hit back, threatening an extra 10% levy on countries that align with the BRICS policies. The 11-nation grouping of mostly developing countries also includes U.S. allies such as Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Indonesia. The summit took place in Rio de Janeiro without the leaders of Russia and China, two of its founding members. So what did Xi and Putin's absence mean for this year's BRICS summit? I put that question to Elina, Ribakova, a senior fellow at the Peterson Institute for International Economics.
You would think that China and Russia are, in a way, founding members of the BRICS. They are the ones who started this idea of the alternative systems to the typical, what they see, Western-driven institutions, including the Bretton Woods institutions. So them not showing up, either one of them, is a very strong signal that even the so-called founding members of this BRICS are not seeing it as an important enough place to go. There is a glitch to it. You know, Putin does have a judgment against him in the ICC, so there is a risk that he could be arrested. And I think he's one of the reasons why he's so cautious traveling. But China's Xi not showing up, I do think is a free will, is a signal that maybe it's not that important at the moment.
Well, tell us then a little bit more about this economic partnership between Russia and China. How much longevity is there in this relationship, do you think?
It is a relationship of convenience. It is a relationship, I would say, even desperation for Russia, and opportunistic relationship from the side of China. So China has now become Russia's largest trade partner, but at the same time, China is not investing into Russia. So it's happy to provide Russia with consumer goods, even the dual-use goods for the war, including on shipment of the Western goods that Russia needs for its military. But at the same time, it's not willing to put hard money in. You know, the power of Siberia has been in discussions for years, and it's not moving anywhere. There are multi-billion projects continuously announced after the meetings, especially at the high level between Russia and China, but actually nothing happens on the ground. So China is being opportunistic and cautious. If you look at Russia's share in China's trade, it is absolutely dwarfed by US, Europe, and many other countries. And if you look at the investment shares, you don't even see it on the chart.
I know that Vladimir Putin has claimed that some Western companies are looking to return to Russia. They want to do business, is what he said. Is that true? And what do you think, if it is, what do you think, how do you think China sees that?
Well, my main question would be, why? Any business would like to make money for its shareholders or private owners, right? They look at the risk reward and the opportunities and they make a calculation. So Russia is not Russia of the 2000s. Russia mostly exports oil and gas and metals and mining. This is 80% of their exports. So those who remember the heyday of Russia, these are the 2000s when the oil price went from $13 per barrel to $113 per barrel in the span of a decade. Nobody has any expectations of the oil prices going up in the near future, maybe a couple of dollars, maybe even $10, but not much more. At the same time, the domestic environment has gotten extremely complicated. There has been sort of pickup of the assets of these multinational companies. They lost multi-billion dollars. So therefore, at the moment, to say, look, I want to go back to Russia, a size of a medium European economy, I don't expect oil prices to go much up. And I was there recently at the board explaining away why I lost billions of dollars in Russia. That is not something that the shareholders or the board will look kindly upon. Of course, there are smaller traders that continue to make money, facilitate Russia's access to the dual-use goods or to the sanctioned goods, but this is not the same sort of return en masse that we used to see in the past in Russia.
Okay. Elina Ribakova, as always, it's good to have you with us. We appreciate your time and your insights tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.